From the beautiful Astral Ballroom in the Burswood Entertainment Centre in Perth, Australia, it's the 22nd Annual Ethnic Business Awards, brought to you by the National Australia Bank and the Virgin Blue Group of Airlines. Please be upstanding for the National Anthem of Australia. Now please welcome your host for the evening, one of Australia's most respected journalists and presenters, the charming, the gracious, Ms. Tracy Spicer.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the many dignitaries here tonight from both federal and state government and opposition, from embassies and consulates and all fields of business. Welcome. Please accept my warmest greetings to this celebration of excellence in business. I do have to make special mention of our guest of honour this evening, the Premier of Western Australia, Mr. Colin Barnett. Welcome to you. And to all of our distinguished guests at the 2010 Ethnic Business Awards here at the Burswood Entertainment Complex and the beautiful Astral Ballroom. I know everyone's really excited to have finally travelled west to bring this national celebration of cultural diversity and business excellence for the very first time to Perth in Western Australia. How about a round of applause? We're absolutely thrilled to be here. Our thanks to the Noongar people of Western Australia, the traditional owners and custodians of the land, for embracing this celebration. To the school choir from Our Lady of Grace at North Beach, right here in Perth, thank you for leading us in the national anthem. Doesn't it make you proud to hear that, especially when children are doing it? Together, they were just magnificent, weren't they? Brought a lump in my throat, actually. It's my real pleasure to be your host once again this year as we meet the finalists of this year's awards. There are some amazing people and companies represented here. Wait till you hear their stories. Finalists drawn from hundreds of nominations that came in from every state and territory in Australia. Those nominations included immigrants from more than 70 different countries, many of them refugees, and their achievements, the achievements of all the nominees, are just outstanding. Their success is Australia's success, and I'm sure you'll agree it augurs well for the continuing growth and prosperity of our country. As I said last year, the Ethnic Business Awards are one of the longest-running corporate awards in Australia. The beautiful trophies you can see behind me have become one of our most prized recognitions of commercial endeavour. It really is extraordinary. Tonight, as we hand out those trophies, we'll be joined by guests and speakers from all areas of business, politics and society at large. And once again, the whole event will be broadcast to a huge national and international audience through our broadcast partners, including SBS, the Aurora Community Channel, the Australia Network and TVB Jade World. Our media sponsors include the West Australian newspaper, El Telegraph, Indian Link, Top Korean Weekly, the 1688 Chinese newspaper group, Singtao, Chujiong and Neos Cosmos. As you can see, there's phenomenal interest in tonight's proceedings. This whole event is made possible by the generosity of such sponsors. The founding partner in the Ethnic Business Awards is, of course, our friends at the National Australia Bank. We'd also like to welcome and thank the Virgin Blue Group of Airlines, Woodside, the Government of Western Australia and Burswood Entertainment Complex, who've joined our Ethnic Business Awards family this year, and it really is a family. Our thanks are also extended to the Doric Group, Telstra, the Department of Immigration and Citizenship, MBF, Hill & Knowlton and Astra Limousines. How about a big round of applause for our sponsors? And on a personal note, how good is my dress? I'd like to thank Gala for this fantastic gown. Thank you, Gala. Thank you. And now, from all 600 nominations, we're down to 15 finalists tonight. 5 in the Small Business Award, 5 in the Large Business Award, and also for the first time this year we have 5 finalists in a new category, the Award for Indigenous Business Endeavour. It's an extremely exciting addition to our program, and I know Joseph Asif, the founder of these awards, will be speaking about that soon. It's been a huge task to go through all the very worthy nominations and reach those 15 finalists. The judges of the awards have once again given generously of their time and energy in choosing both the finalists and our eventual winners tonight. So let's say thanks to and acknowledge all of them. Our judges, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, Eve Crestani is Chairman of Mercer's Trustee Company and a Director of the Australian Unity Group, Pillar Australia and Booking.com. I mentioned her before, the gorgeous Carla Zampatti, recognised with a number of Australian and international awards for achievement and excellence in fashion. Carla is a Companion of the Order of Australia and Commendatore in the Order of Merit of the Italian Republic. Now, unfortunately, 3 of our judging stalwarts were unable to attend the presentation this evening, but I'd like to acknowledge them. Our sincere thanks go to Mr. Don Argus, philanthropist, conservationist and former CEO and Managing Director of the National Australia Bank and former Chairman of BHP Billiton. Thanks also to Mr. Alan Ginchel, Officer of the Order of Australia and Director General of the Office of National Assessments, and also a very long-serving judge of these awards. Thank you again, Alan. Our thanks also to Dr. Ziggy Switkowski, Chairman of Opera Australia and of the Australian Nuclear Science and Technology Institute, and former CEO of Optus and Telstra. We do also have 2 new judges on our panel this year, as the awards have grown even more and they have both been able to attend. It's my great honour to introduce to you Mr. John Borghetti, CEO and Managing Director of the Virgin Blue Group of Airlines, currently a Director on the board of Care Australia and of the Australian Ballet. We have absolutely no idea how he found the time and the energy to lend his expertise to the judging process, but John, our sincere thanks. We thank you. And finally, lending his knowledge and acumen to all of the judging categories, but in particular to the Indigenous area of the awards, Mr. Joseph Elu, current Mayor of the NPA Regional Council, past Chairman of Indigenous Business Australia and Reconciliation Australia. Joseph, thank you so much for coming on board. To all of our judges, I know this has been a monumental task, and even that's an understatement, especially with so many worthy nominations and such a varied and diverse field. From everyone involved, from all of those present this evening, and from our international audience, our sincere thanks and our appreciation.
Those of you who are here tonight as finalists in these Ethnic Business Awards, it is a great thing that you are here. You are our automatic bridge to the world. and so much that we do in commerce, in export, in import, in trade and investment, and what is now the worldwide economy transacted digitally. You form such natural, wonderful, diverse, fluent, culturally sensitive human bridges to the rest of the world that you are for us an enormous national strength and one to be celebrated.
As Australians, we pride ourselves on our ethnic diversity, our innovation, our entrepreneurship, and of course, excellence. And it's these very qualities that are celebrated tonight through the Ethnic Business Awards.
And I thank Don Argus and the National Australia Bank for supporting them, for supporting these awards, because it means that our country is keeping our values in sight. The migration program has changed Australia. Well, of course it has, inexorably, forever. That is, having been bequeathed this enormous continent, so long in the trust of our Indigenous people, that we have an opportunity, probably second to none in the world, and that a small monoculture, if it could hang on to it, could not adequately develop it. We're really saying we're taking the chance to highlight the tremendous achievements and efforts of some Australians who've come to this country, have not started with the natural advantage of knowing it, and have done things that are special, which we can all identify with and which we can all celebrate. And that's really, I think, what the Ethnic Business Awards are about.
Diversity creates unity. That unity, born of diversity, creates opportunity. Multiculturalism is Australia's competitive advantage in the global marketplace.
The Ethnic Business Awards, coming of age tonight, have long been a feature of our splendid multicultural landscape. They pay tribute to the extraordinary achievement and contribution of people born on shores other than our own. They are a yearly reminder of our rich diversity, of how privileged we are to enjoy a broad palette of colours, tastes, accents, and dreams.
Possible to think of the economic growth of Australia over the last 30 or 40 years without thinking of the massive contribution that have been made by the group loosely called ethnic Australians to the development of our country.